got that power for me.
It's the Leap Year Boy to give you some Black history facts on things that you probably didn't know. But before I do that, let me give you a Black history quote. Have a vision, be demanding. That's by Colin Powell. On this day in 1923, the first professional basketball team was established. It was the Renaissance, which was organized in 1923. In 1957, Southern Christian Leadership Conference organized at a New Orleans meeting with Martin Luther King Jr. In 1982, the first African-American performers, the world's fair-colored opera company, appeared at the Georgia Carnegie Hall. In 1920, Andrew Rube Foster, the father of Black baseball, organized the Negro National League at a YMCA in Kansas City, Missouri. It was the first baseball league for African Americans and operated successfully until 1931. In 1970, Joseph Series became the first African American member of the New York Stock Exchange. In 1973, Gertrude E. Downing and William Deshawn patented corner cleaner attachment. I'd like to give some big happy birthday shouts out to our February babies, to all the February babies in the month of February. But I want to give a big happy birthday shout out to Mama G. Robinson. Happy birthday. To Harvey DeGrassa, Deanna Tolden, Vernisha Allen, Fina Bobbitt, and Royce Dundee. If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's me, the Leap Year Boy. In 14 days will be your boy's birthday in this historical month. My favorite month of the year being February and Black History Month. Let me give you a quote before I give you some Black history facts. Freedom is never given, it's won. That is by A. Philip Rudolph. On this day in 1867, Morehouse College was organized. Also in 1936, the National Negro Congress organized in Chicago. In 1944, Reese Taylor, a 24-year-old black woman, was gang raped in Abbeville, Alabama, by 6 white men. All these men was identified and was brought to justice in 1945, but was not indicted or prosecuted for their crimes. I would like to give a big happy birthday shout out to all the February babies, as well as the February babies on this day of February the 14th. I'd like to give a big happy birthday shout out to Christian Green, to my cousin Pam Warner, to Kimberly Coleman, Brandy McDaniel, Letty Durden, Lania Baldwin, Valerie Alexander, Raymond Grimes, Elizabeth Boyd, Trey Young, Geraldine Sanders, Leslie Teamer, Isaac Hall, Karen Nelson, Kiki Jackson, Chris Thomas, Michael Harges, Letitia Scott Simmons, Kristen Sendejas Burks, Richard Leha, Kizzy Oliver, Day Miss Carter, Michael D. Williams, Ashley Peterson, Leslie Watts, Kimberly Edwards, and also happy birthday to the rapper, artist, and actor Ice-T, to James Jones from All for One, abolitionist and author Frederick Douglass, and legendary performer Gregory Hine. Happy birthday to you all people, and hope you enjoy this day and my Black History Facts. If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's your boy, the Leap Year Baby. 13 more days to go, and my day will finally be here. But before I get into some Black history facts on some things that you probably didn't know, let me give you a quote, a Black history quote. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. That's by Booker T. Washington. Now, what you may have not known, on this day of February the 15th, In 1857, Frederick Douglass was elected president of the Freedom Bank and Trust. Also in 1923, Bessie Smith made her first recording, Downhearted Blues, which sold 800,000 copies for Columbia Records. In 1951, the New York City Council passed a bill prohibiting racial discrimination in cities assisted.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's your boy, the Leap Year Baby. In 12 days, it will be my historical day. Still 12 up until 2024. But before I get into some Black history facts, let me give you a Black history quote. We all have dreams. In order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. That is by Jesse Owens, world record-setting Olympian. Also, did you know on this day, John Mercer Langston was the first black man to become a lawyer when he passed the bar in Ohio in 1854. Claudette Collind, the lesser-known black woman for her actions as Rosa Parks, did the same as not giving up her seat 9 months after Rosa Parks did so. Hiram Rhodes reveals was the first African American ever elected to the U.S. Senate. He represented the state of Mississippi from 1870 to March of 1871. Shirley Chisholm was the first African American woman elected to the House of Representatives. She was elected in 1968 and represented the state of New York. Also, in 1864, the legislature of Missouri passed an act that prohibited Negroes and mulattoes from learning to read, write, and assemble freely for worship service. Now let me give some birthday shouts out to all the birthday babies on this day, February the 16th, as well as for the birthday babies throughout the month of February. Happy birthday to Makisha Henson, Ashley Rowe, Ivory Elaine, Jennifer Jones, Andrea Marie, Lisa Gallo, Wayne Turner, Tamika Gallo, Tara L. Woods Owens, Lionel Jack, Saida Baptiste Fuqua, Aretha Gay, Otis Blackwell, James Ingram, and Lenny Williams. If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's me, the Leap Year Baby. And on this day of February 18th, I have 10 more days before it is my birthday in this historical month. But before we get into our Black History quote on things that you probably did not know, let me give you a Black History quote. Just don't give up on what you're trying to do. Where there is love and inspiration, I don't think you can go wrong. That is by Ella Fitzgerald. Also on this day, in 1688, the first formal protest against slavery went on in Germantown, Pennsylvania. In 1865, the rebels abandoned Charleston, South Carolina. Also in 1973, the Harlem Renaissance artist Palmer Hayden had died. Now let me get into some birthday shouts out. Happy birthday to all of the February babies, as well as to the February babies on this day. Happy birthday to Kanisha Miguel, my cousin George McCullough, my cousin Romeo Cruikshank, Russell Evans Sr., Anthony Jones, Kadal Cohen, Jason Wright, Shatara Cooper, Latasha Ann Hedgewood Miles, Brenda George, Shauna Spears, Rosalind Griffin, Sharnita Austin, LaShura Snave, Nett Ross, Carolyn Yvonne Holtz, Dominique L. Hill, Takasha Bradford, Christina Brunson Williams, Lakeisha Boyser, Julius North, Prady Me, Megan Ficklin, and happy birthday to Toni Morrison, Pulitzer Prize winner, Paul Revere Williams, the renowned architect, and Veronica Randy Crawford, jazz and R&B singer. If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via
my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It is me, the leap year baby, and in 9 days it will be my birthday on this historical month of February the 28th. Now, with that being said, let me give you some Black history facts of things that you probably did not know. In 1919, the first Pan Am African Congress meeting was held. In 1942, the Tuskegee Airmen were initiated. In 1992, director John Singleton became the first Black nominated for the Academy Award for Best Director and Best Screenplay for the movie Boys in the Hood. In 1923, the U.S. Supreme Court rules Indian immigrants ineligible for citizenship. I'd like to give some happy birthday shouts out to Miss Linda Fleeman, Bob Salmons, Mitchell Bailey, Monique Williams, Lamar Early, my old college classmate. I'm not saying you old, but anyway. Michael Johnson, Crystal Joyner, Hazel Mason, Sharday Thompson, Maria Laredo, Corey Williams, and singer Smokey Robinson and Cynthia Bailey.
If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's me, the leap year boy, to give you some Black history facts on this day of February the 20th. Before I get into the Black history facts of things that you probably did not know, let me give you a Black history quote. Wherever there's a human being, I see God giving rights inherited in that being, whatever may be the sex or complexion. William Lloyd Garrison. On this day of February 20th in 1895, abolitionist Frederick Douglass died. In 1927, Sidney Poitier was the first African American to win an Academy Award. In 1971, Idi Amin became the president of Uganda. In 1929, 8 African Americans won the Grammy Award. Now let me give some happy birthday shouts out to the February babies in this month on this day, as well as the February babies in the month of February. I'd like to give a big happy birthday shout out to Nicole Bryant, Nicole Hayer, Eddie L. Caldwell, Ivan Olin Gears, Michael Cabello, Eric Arena, Shakira Noah Walker, Phyllis Moore, Christine Payne, Tiffany Johnson, Christopher Cotier, Chisa Morris, Edith Otts, Mulaney Johnson, Shakila Shears, Tasha Red, V Times, Diana Kellner, Eleanor Walker, Kimberly Ford, Rachel Ray, Charles Barkley, former NBA player, Nancy Wilson, jazz singer, and Robin Rihanna, R&B singer.
If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
Don't forget to get out and vote. Early voting starts April the 25th through May the 3rd. Voting day is Saturday, May the 7th. You should get out and vote for somebody that's honest, competent, dependable, and has leadership ability. And that person is Mr. Gilbert Robinson, who's running for City Commissioner, District 1.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's your boy, the Leap Year Baby, and I have exactly 7 days before my birthday in this historical month of February. I love this month because we have a lot of Black history in it, as well as in any other month. But before I get into some Black history facts of things that you probably did not know, let me give you a Black history quote. We have learned to fly the air like birds and swim the sea like fish, but we have not learned the simple art of living together as brothers. Our abundance has brought us neither peace of mind nor serenity of spirit, and that is about Dr. Martin Luther King. Now here are some Black history facts and some things that you probably did not know. On this day of February 21st in 1961, Otis Boykin patented the electric resistor, which was used on all United States guided missiles and IBM computers. Also on this day of February 21st, in 1965, Malcolm Little, also known as El Naj Malik El Shabazz Malcolm X, a civil and religious leader, was assassinated during a speech at the Manhattan Ballroom in New York City. Now, let me give some birthday shouts out to some very special, important people in this month of February on this day, as well as to all the February babies in the month of February. Happy birthday to Shirley Foreman, to Nisha Black, Latricia Bean, Antoinette Townsend, Benny Creamer, Pretty Brown, Clarissa Johnson, Pineapple Child, Trinity Grace, Isa Evans, Mark Grant, Thomas Smith, First Black Congresswoman Barbara Jordan, President of Zimbabwe Robert Mugabe, American singer and songwriter Nina Simone, actor Corbin Blue, former NFL player Braylon Edwards, Thelonious Monk, and civil rights activist John Lewis.
If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's me, the leap year baby, and I'm back to give you some more Black History facts on this day of February the 22nd in this historical month being February, which is also my birthday month, which will be in 6 more days. With that being said, let me give you a Black History quote. He who's not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. And that is by former heavyweight champion and great Mr. Muhammad Ali. Also on this day in 1898, Frazier Baker, a 40-year-old African-American from Lake City, South Carolina, and his infant daughter, Julia, were murdered by a lynch mob. Mr. Baker was the first African-American in Lake City to be elected as a U.S. postmaster. Also on this day in 1989, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince won their first Grammy for their single, Parents Just Don't Understand. Also on this day in 1911, activist and social reform Francis Ellis Watkins died. Now, I'd like to give some very, very happy birthday shouts out to all the February babies on this day in this month of February the 22nd, as well as to the birthday babies on this day of February the 22nd. Happy birthday to my classmate, Connie Arsenault, Amy Turner, Kiana Kirk Dotson, Mickey Outlet, Toya Mawe, Kay Goody, Veronica De La Rosa, Joyful Sharonda, Mercedes Owens, Preston Gillinis, Crystal Turnboy, Jill Sowery, Riri Marshall, Shalise Jackson, Black Sullivan, Esperanza Galicia, Shondella Sam, Tamika Waddle, Sammy Garza, Roderick Turner, and happy birthday to social reformist Horace Pippin, to poet Ishmael Reed, to NBA Hall of Famer Julius Erving, to lithographer painter Grafton Brown, to Washington State politician in 1937 George Fleeman, to NBA player Ray John Rondo, to NFL player Khalil Mack, to second president of Central Africa Republic Jean Beto Bokassa, to Iris Harris. She was the co-founder and executive director of the U.S. Youth Climate Strike.
If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
It's your boy, the leap year baby. In exactly 5 days, it will be my birthday. I will still be 12 because I have to wait until 2024. But before I get into some Black History facts of some things that you probably did not know on this day of February the 23rd, let me give you a Black History quote. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. That's by Nelson Mandela. I'm about to give you some Black History facts on some things that you probably did not know. Did you know exactly on 2 years to date, on February the 23rd of 2020, Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed by 2 white men while he was out jogging in Statilla Shores, Georgia, the suburban neighborhood he had been living in with his mother. After the shooting, Mr. Arby's killers, an ex-police officer and his son, were allowed to leave the scene and face no consequences for months, as local officials refused to fully investigate, misrepresented the circumstances surrounding the shooting, and rejected efforts to hold the man accountable. It was not until video footage of the shooting surfaced and national attention focused that officials finally arrested the two white men. Well, now today, all three have been charged, and they just recently been charged with all federal hate crimes. Did you know, in 1995, Bass singer Mel Franklin of the Temptations died. In 1965, Constance Baker Motley was elected Manhattan Borough President. In 1895, William H. Horde, AME minister and educator, was named Minister of Liberia. In 1869, Louisiana governor signed public accommodations. In 1979, Frank E. Peterson Jr. became the first black general of the Marine Corps. In 1915, Reconstruction Congressman Robert Smalls passed. I would like to give some birthday shouts out to some very special people during this month, as well as on this day of February the 23rd. Happy birthday to my brother Carlton Hope, Addie Connolly, Kerry Curtis, Martin Barijo, Lucius James Kinthorpe, Roe Evans, Jarita Bolden, Nolandra McCrae, Tamil Martin, Trinell Reed, Tamil Stinson Martin Washington, Jakira Hendon, Wiz Wumberman, Jesse Khalid, Kara Walker, and Roddick Reed. Also, happy birthday to William Edward Berdart Du Bois, first African American to earn his doctorate at Harvard University, politician Louis Stokes, former Major League Baseball player Elston Howard, former cabinet member, attorney, and state governor official.
I need you to see you got that power for me.
The leap year baby. And exactly 4 days will be my historical birthday on this historical month of February. But before I get into some Black history facts and some things that you probably did not know, let me give you a Black history quote. The need for change bulldozed a road down the center of my mind. That's by Maya Angelou. And did you know on this day of February the 24th, in 1864, Rebecca Lee Crumpler became the first African-American woman to receive her Doctor of Medicine degree. Also in 1966, Kwame Nkrumah, who was elected leader and first president of Ghana, was ousted in a military coup when he was on a peace mission in Vietnam. Also in 1999, Lauryn Hill won 5 Grammys. In 2020, Katherine G. Johnson, the groundbreaker NASA mathematician featured in The Hidden Figures, passed away. Also in 1868, House of Representatives voted 126 to 47 to impeach President Andrew Johnson. Now, I would like to give some very, very happy birthday shouts out to some very, very important people. First off, to my little brother, Stephen L. Thomas, also known as Stebo, also known as Bo. Happy birthday to you, my brother. I love you. Also to Kevin Bernithi, the new LaPorte High School head football coach out of Galveston Ball High School. Jacqueline Williams, Kakisha Swan, Jazisha Lewis, Alonzo Coleman, Chad Rios, Angela Young Vaughn, my classmate out of Galveston Ball High School, Loretta Buttons Robinson, also out of Galveston Ball High School, Jocelyn Gilmore, Lauren Chatlisha Copeland. Happy birthday to Jamaica's first Prime Minister, Alexander Bustamante, the best pound-for-pound boxer, Floyd Mayweather, to reggae artist, Donna Shell, Damon Beckett, also named as Sham, boxing great, Jimmy Ellis, Bishop Daniel A. Payne, and Ali Al-Mazur. If you would like to send a donation in the amount of my age, which is 12 years old, you can send $12 via my Cash App at $Drizzle82.